So we are here having a toast because we have some big news. How are you?
Hi.
This is Dafan
And Sue.
trying to do it all. So tonight we're having a toast. Impromptu toast in a kid cup.
Yes.
You know.
I'm looking a bit rough. We're drinking wine out of kids' cups because it's been a long couple of weeks. We've been working hard.
Yeah, and it's a Tuesday night, but who cares? Yeah, days matters no more. Except a little quietness after the kids go to bed. So we are here having a toast because we have some big news. First, let's have a toast.
Okay. Cheers to, let's see, what am I going to cheers to? Well, finally completing my application, my DBA application for a doctorate in business. And I finally turned the application in today.
Yay!
Yay! Cheers!
So, if you were in the dark, let me explain a little bit more. What's a DBA?
A doctorate of business administration.
Ah, okay. A doctorate of business administration. So a doctorate degree in business. So you have just applied to get a doctorate degree in business. And are you the only one who's doing that?
Nope.
Who else is doing that?
I don't know.
So now you have energy to play now. So I have also put in an application for a doctorate of business.
Cheers.
Cheers. Although for me it was not that excruciating to do it.
Well, usually for people who like to talk, it might be a little bit easier to write a lot too.
Yeah, you guys don't know. We gone through a lot of editing of your essay, and everything that we talked about, it's in your head, but it doesn't come out on paper. So I have to read and comment and try to get you to write about what you usually say. And my
conversations.
Yes, my comments were actually probably longer than the essay.
No.
Some parts. So we both applied to doctor's business degrees, and I don't know what you guys are gonna think or what other people's gonna say, but don't we have enough degrees already?
No.
Never. Although you wrote in your paper that this is going to be the last one.
Yes, this is going to be my last degree. I mean, we'll always be lifelong learners, but I think after this degree, I don't need any more degrees. I'm good.
I'm always open to more degrees.
Not me.
So funny enough, we both went to Penn as we talked about previously, and we were both going to Penn at the same time. We graduated on the same days, not from different degrees. You graduated from your bachelor's degree, and I graduated from law school on the same day. Then you went on to get we on the same day. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah.
So now we are trying to go to school at the same time. It's a 3-year program for both of us, and we will graduate at the same time. But this time, we're not planning on going to the same school.
Right.
Why is that?
Because you always want to be somewhere far away.
Then why did I go to Penn? Alright, so where are you applying to school?
Temple.
And I'm applying to Pepperdine in California. You couldn't literally quite get as far away as possible. That doesn't mean we're gonna live apart. It's a executive program, so there'll be a couple times or 3 or 4 times a year that we will travel to our classes. I mean, you're still gonna travel to the classes by driving 30 minutes that way.
Maybe. We'll see.
I will have to fly across the country to go to. But why is that?
Because you like traveling.
I do like traveling, and you like traveling too. We're just
been getting sick lately.
Okay, but there's more of a reason. There's a bigger reason why I'm applying to a school in California. Why?
Well, because you want to establish some connections over there with people in California, and we've always been dreaming about moving to California. So
yeah, that's long enough for a whole storytelling on its own. But so you conveniently forget why I'm doing that. Not because I like traveling, is because if you can establish more of the footprints here in the East Coast, and I establish more footprints on the West Coast, then anything in between is good. So that's the reason. We do pretty okay for ourselves, don't you think? So why do we need more degrees?
Well, I always want to feel like I have a lot of knowledge to back up kind of my pursuits and my goals, and so it helps me feel more confident the more knowledge I have, and the more I am able to speak on certain subjects and topics. It just helps give me confidence in me knowing that I know what I know because I went and I learned it and I experienced it.
But don't you know that without a degree anyway?
Not all the way. I feel like there's still a lot of business topics and things that I need to learn more about.
But do you think that it's important to have the degree for? Is it just solely for self-enrichment and self-confidence?
For me?
Yeah.
No, I think it has practical.
Because I was going to say, for me, it's always been, I feel like the degree adds more of external validation. I feel like if I'm someone who says something, but I have a degree behind what I say, people take it more seriously, and people will assume it's more valid than if I just someone off the street without the credential to say something, even though it's the same advice or same thing I'm saying.
Well, I think that, just speaks more to your experiences that you've had in your life and how your experience kind of influence your views on, things like degrees and such and the external.
It does. I mean, I'm a professor of business. Why do I need to go get a doctor's degree in business? But I'm getting a doctorate degree in business.
Well, honestly, I don't really think you need it. You don't need it because you know most of the stuff already. So for you, I think it really would be more of just that extra.
Thank you, first of all. Thank you for the confidence. I don't know everything.
Well, but you know a lot of business stuff already, so.
Yeah, but there's something you can do. I'm going to get to research stuff, and so you will get to research stuff, and there will be resources that I wouldn't necessarily have in my current position. And also to be able to work with other people with other experiences. That's really valuable. So, the most valuable part of actually getting a doctorate degree in business to me is that I get to meet a group of people who are also similar in their experiences, similar in their expertise, and I can learn from them. And then also that will be expanding my network. And I mean, I'm going in as a business professional, a lawyer, a CEO, and I'm sure that other people have similar background, and that's why it's valuable. I mean, how else are you going to go and meet and work with and be friends with and learn from a similar group of people? So I think that's a part of education, any degree program, any education that doesn't get, spoken enough. It's the network and what you can get from others, not just the school.
I mean, you're more of a networker than I am anyway. So, of course you would. That's one of the benefits that you would automatically pick out is because you have always found enjoyment and benefit in networking. And networking has always been a little bit more difficult for me.
So then maybe this is a good opportunity for you to improve on that.
Yeah. Yep.
I read it. I think before you went to Penn, I read a alumni study where I think most of the number one response of what alums 5 years out what they would have done better is to meet more people on campus. So there's value in that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I always talk about as far as education, the quality education goes, is the social capital, right? I'm an immigrant, you're an immigrant, and then we're minorities, and we weren't rich by any means. As a matter of fact, both of us, I would say I was pretty poor, and your family was not well off. And so when we wanted to start things and start our own careers, start our pursuits, start our businesses, it's always, what can we do? What can we provide? Because our family is not able to provide us with more than just love and support. And sometimes we don't even get the love and support. Love, yes, but support, not necessarily. But so we don't really have too many things to base that off on. And I think one of the things I experienced at Penn, a really good school, is the level of resources available to someone who isn't from a impoverished or poor background. Is that they're just able to have things.
Yeah. And
one of my best friends had his tuition paid by his family, because that's a reward for working hard to be able to get into a good school. And I had another friend whose family bought a condo, a duplex, for my friend to live in, but also rent out. And then upon graduation, the condo was to be given to my friend as a gift for having gone through law school. Isn't that kind of cool? And then the easiest way to launch a business for many people is just to go to your grandparents, go to your friends and family and say, hey, I'm trying to do something new. Can you support me? And people tend to support these pursuits, and you may be able to get tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But that's not in our cards.
Right.
So we have to really make all the resources that we need to do anything. And that's both tough and rewarding at the same time. And that's why I like to say, collect degrees. I used to make a joke. I say I make paper, not money paper, but the degree papers, because papers will give me resources. And then also the networking, the people that you meet, eventually will become resources that we lack from at the beginning. So, yeah, that's my take. I'm talking like nonstop. You should talk more. We're here to make a video.
I mean, I thought we were just coming on camera to say cheers. And it seems like you had a whole monologue already set in your head about what you wanted to talk about. I feel very ill-prepared here, but...
When are you ever prepared for any of these videos? It's me prodding you to give answers.
Listen, sometimes if I have a good idea of... Didn't I come on here with some questions written out for you the other day?
Yeah. Once. Yeah. Those questions.
Yeah, I was prepared.
Yeah, prepare for months at a time and didn't even use it. But anyway, so let me ask you. So, what do you think getting this doctorate degree will mean to you in your own pursuits?
Well, number one, I think there is something to be said about, you were talking about, our families and coming to this country as immigrants, not having a lot of resources. I would be the first one in my immediate family to have a doctorate degree. I think at some point my mom would have to stop saying, oh, well, why didn't you just do this? Why didn't you just get that? I'm finally getting a doctorate degree, albeit it's not what she would want it to be in.
But you could say it's in business. It's better.
But it's still a doctorate degree. So that's one thing right there.
Then you can say, but Mom, you have to call me doctor. Doctor and doctor.
Yeah. But yeah, that. And I am going to feel really proud just to have my kids know that, I went through this whole like when they get old enough, and even my oldest daughter, to when they are able to really understand that I went through, all of these steps and all of the schooling to get to this point. And I did it all while having them and, providing for them and supporting them and taking care of them. So that feels like a really huge accomplishment all on its own. And then everything that I know that I can accomplish with this doctorate degree, I feel like the sky is the limit. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what we will be able to do once we're finished with our degrees. I mean, it's not like we're going to stop doing stuff. So we're going to still be doing stuff while we're, pursuing our degrees. But after that, there's so much for us to do and to explore. So
it's just another thing in the toolkit, another thing that can help propel us forward.
Yeah.
And to the other side, as we say.
Yeah.
To having made it, or feel like having made it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every day I feel like we have made it.
Yeah,
but
and
there's always more.
We've made it one step farther, every day. So you didn't say what the DBA is going to mean to you.
Oh, didn't I already say that?
I don't know. Did you?
Well, I thought you already said it in my monologue.
Well, okay. Sum it up for us.
The DBA is going to allow me to pursue. I've been thinking quite a bit on how we can use entrepreneurship to change, for social change, to change social equality and economic equality, or to achieve those things. Mm-hmm. Because it's, as I already said, it's difficult to get anywhere far without the social capital to begin with. And it seems like people of color and immigrants and just people, the poor, people from poor backgrounds are always behind, so we have to try really hard. That's why a lot of immigrants end up being entrepreneurs, because they lack the resources to get ahead. So I specialize in entrepreneurship, both teaching and working, and I have this theory that we can use entrepreneurship to achieve economic equality, which will turn into social equality and all kinds of equality. So there's a few things that I'm just burning inside of me and trying to figure out the best way to change the world for the better. And I think doing this DBA will, one, allow me to research more, and then with some guidance and help to come up with the best suggestion how we can change the world better through entrepreneurship and business, and two, to meet with some like-minded people and meet with some people who can help be a part of the team in the effort I'm trying to put forward.
Okay. All right. So you touched on a few things that you didn't touch on in your monologue. So you touched on, the center of what we really like to focus on in a lot of, all of the work that we do is, not just ourselves and not just our kids, but also the community at large, and how we can be a part of something bigger than us, and, being able to help future generations. So yeah, I forgot to add that in when I was.
All right. Well, maybe you should have better monologues. All right. Cheers. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening to his monologue and my sparse commentary.
That's how it always is. Maybe one day.
Yep.
Couple goes.
Yes. All right. Cheers.